I'm sure you have clicked on this video because you'd love to know on how to write your resume or CV when it comes to applying for cruise ships jobs, and that is exactly what I'm going to be talking about on this video. I've been getting a lot of requests on people asking me how to write the CV or how the CV should look like. Some even requesting for templates, but what I will tell you, the templates that does not matter. All that matters is what is in that CV and the CV format. Okay, when I mean CV format, I mean the information that is in your CV. Some people will write CV and would include a lot of information. For example, maybe you're applying for a waiter. You find that someone is having a CV just because they one time worked as a waitress or a waiter in a certain company, and later on they started working maybe in other departments. You'll find this person is including all that experience in one in that specific CV, purposely prepared to apply for waiter position, and that's where most of people go wrong. So guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Paulina, or Travel with You, and on this channel I talk about travel or how you can immigrate to different countries. So guys, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Make sure that your bell icon is on so that you can be notified whenever I post a video, and don't forget to leave a positive comment. And if you have any question, just leave it on the comment section of this video and I'm going to respond. Actually, I do respond to all comments on my YouTube channel. So guys, let's not waste a lot of time. Let's dive into today's topic, and this is how to write a cruise ship resume. So this is my take on it. When writing a cruise ship CV, there are some few things that you need to know. Your CV should have your personal information, and when it comes to personal information, you just need to include your name, your email, your number, and your location. Okay, so you just need to have your name, your email, your number, and your location. You don't have to include your passport number, your age, your religion, that old type of writing CV. You don't have to include that in your personal information. You just need those basic info. Okay, the other thing that needs to be in your CV is your education background. In most cases, you'll find that when it comes to cruise ship jobs application, they don't necessarily look at your education background in most of the position. There are those positions that they need you to have a certain level of education, but in most positions, what they are looking for is experience. So you'll find someone maybe went to school and studied a bachelor's in education, and maybe afterward they have been working as housekeeping attendant. So all they will be looking at is your housekeeping experience. They will not deny you a chance because you didn't do like hospitality or housekeeping management in college. So all they will be looking at is your experience. So in your education, just include your high school diploma and maybe your college. Okay, I've seen people asking me, is it a must I include, or should I include my computer certificate, computer literacy certificate? And this is what I will tell you. In this world, especially in these times, you're expected to know how to operate a computer. So you don't have to include it. You don't even have to include your primary level education. If you want to, well and good, but it's not necessary. Sorry guys. The other thing that needs to be in your CV is your experience. So when it comes to experience, this is what I'll advise you. You have to tailor make your CV for one specific position. And when I mean one specific position, there is no way. I find people telling me that I want to apply for housekeeping, I also want to apply for waiter, and I also want to apply for, let's say, maybe hostess. Okay, but this is what I will tell you. As I've said, they are looking for experience. And for example, you're 10 of you and you're applying for housekeeping position. Most of these the other 9 people have the housekeeping experience of like 4 years, 3 years, 5 years, and you only have like a 1 year experience in housekeeping, and the rest of the experience is not under housekeeping, trust me, it will be really hard for you to get shortlisted for that specific position. So this is what I'll tell you. When it comes to writing your experience, just include your a specific position. So if you're deciding to apply for waiter, only write experience related to waiter position. Okay, don't include other experiences. And some of you have been working for a very long time, like 15 years, 20 years. You don't have to put all that in your experience. And what I will tell you is just put 3 experiences, like 3 different companies. You might have worked for more than 5 companies, 6 companies, or even 8 companies, but put 3 of your current companies where you've worked currently, 3 of them. For example, maybe from 2022 to date, you've been working somewhere from 2019 to 2022, and then maybe from 2016 to 2018, okay? That will be enough. Even though you started working in 2010, there's no need to include all that information in your CV, because at the end of the day, it is making your CV to be longer, okay, which is not necessary. The other thing, when it comes to you tailoring your experience, make sure you have at least 3-star, 4-star, or 5-star experience. It doesn't have to be in all your experiences. It might be maybe you've worked in a 4-star experience somewhere, you've worked in a 3-star experience somewhere, or maybe you've worked in a 5-star experience. You should include that in your CV, because most of these companies, they are looking for those people who have at least the standard of close to the standard of cruise company. And as you know, cruise company are like 7-star. Okay, so if you have 4-star, 5-star, or 3-star, that will be good for you. Okay, another thing about your experience is you need to make sure that you include your duties and responsibilities, what you've been doing. And I will tell you something. If you're applying, for example, for a housekeeping position, go to the cruise ship website, okay? Check the requirement for that specific position. Check what they want, what will be your duties, what will be your responsibility. From that, you'll have an idea of what to include in your CV. Okay, check what they want for that specific position, and that should guide you when it comes to tailoring your CV. Okay, and because I know there are some people who normally lie on your CV, like when it comes to you writing a CV, you want to lie of a specific like position because you feel you can do it. This is what I'll do. I'll tell you. If you decide to go on that route, make sure you do enough research for that specific position. Go digging, because you don't want to apply for a job, get shortlisted for an interview, and then fail your interview, because that's where your problem starts. Okay, it will be really hard for you to secure a position. And lately there have been a lot of competition. So many people are doing application and applying for these positions. So make sure you revise, or you prepare yourself for that interview in regards to the position that you're applying for. So we have said you need to have your personal information, your education background, then experience. The other thing you need is your skills. You need to include your skills. Most people, you'll find on their CV, they don't have skills and they have hobbies. Nowadays, nobody who is looking at what your hobbies are. What they want to know is, what is your skills? What can you do? Okay? You should make sure that you include that in your CV. And last but not least is your professional summary. That is something that is summarizing all about the position that you're applying for. So when you have that, it doesn't matter how you write your CV, the format, or like, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, you'll find, like, when you come to me, I'll charge you 1,000 bob to write a single CV, right? But if you have an idea of how the CV should look like, I'm sure when you go to a sidebar, you'll get it at an affordable price, even 200, 300. But if you have zero idea, that's where many people go wrong, because you'll go just write any CV and apply, and then you'll be getting a lot of regrets. But this is what I'll tell you. Also, having a good CV doesn't guarantee you a job. You need to be very patient with yourself, especially when it comes to these cruise ship jobs, because most of the time you'll find a certain company will post a position, and 1,000 or 10,000 people will apply for that specific position from different parts of the world. And maybe they just need like 200 people to fill in the position. So maybe they will take the first 200 people that they feel fit, and the rest will get a regret, not because you don't have like good experience, but because maybe they don't need people for that specific position at that particular time. So you need to be very patient. Take your time. Always use your CV for the position that you have written it for. Okay, how do I explain this? For example, you have a housekeeping position. There's no way you'll use that CV to go and apply for a waiter position. And I know some of you are always impatient when it comes to applying for these jobs, and this is what I'll tell you. Be patient enough, wait until you see that they have posted the position, then send your application. Okay, don't be in a rush. You have your good CV, you have your good cover letter, you go to Carnival, you find that there is no opening for the position that you're looking for. Don't just use your CV for any other position because you're impatient. Wait until the position is open and then apply. And this applies to all other cruise company, because you'll find this position are not there always. Okay, they're not there always, so you have to keep checking. If the position is there, you apply. Okay, and you'll get some people asking me, why am my CV is okay, why am I always getting regrets? It's normal to get regrets. It's better even getting a regret than no response at all, and that should motivate you to keep on checking and keep on trying. As I've told you, there's a lot of competition, a lot of people are applying for these jobs, and it's all about how patient you are in the process, because it's very unpredictable on how long it will take for you to get a job. And some will get some will get positive response from their first trial, like the first application they did, they got a job. Some have done like 20 applications, they haven't gotten any job position yet. Some are doing application, they haven't gotten response yet. So it's all about you being patient and using your CV for a specific job application. Okay, so I'm going to show you some of the templates that or some of the format that you can use for applying for some of the format that you can use to write your cruise ship CV. And a passport size photo is not a requirement, but if you have one, it's good to include it in your CV, because that is the first time they get to see you. Okay, and I will tell you, you don't have to use filters, you don't have to use Snapchat when taking your photos. Just get a good photo. If you cannot go to if it will be expensive for you to go to the photo studio to get a good photo, just ask someone to take you a photo with a nice blouse or shirt, and then with a white background with your phone, and it will be good to go. If you don't want to include your photo at all, well and good, you don't have to, because it doesn't limit you to get a job. I've seen people who have gotten jobs with their CV without photos, and people who have gotten jobs with their photo included in their CV. Okay, and the other thing, when it comes to the cover letter, most of the cruise company, because you need to apply from their website, especially when you don't have to send your CV to a specific email. When you go to the portal, there's a section where you need to upload your CV. If they need your cover letter, they will have a section where you're supposed to upload your cover letter. So you don't have to attach your CV and cover letter together. Like, you don't have to put them together in one PDF. Just have them separately in two PDF. If it's necessary for you to upload the cover letter, you upload the cover letter. If it's not necessary, you don't have to upload the cover letter. Some of these cruise companies, especially Carnival and Royal Caribbean, you need to upload a photo of you. So make sure the photo that you're uploading is presentable, because if you're in hospitality, you need to look good. Okay, so get a good blouse, get a good shirt. It doesn't have to be like official with a coat and a tie, but be presentable. Upload that photo so that the first person will see it. They will see that this person is hospitable. Okay, he or she is more of a hospitality person. So it's cruise ship CVs are not that complicated. It's all about you tailoring that CV for one specific position. That is the main keyword. Okay, you tailor your CV for one specific position. You don't have to use one CV for all position. Oh, you see, there's galley attendant, you have a waitress CV, you send your CV. There's housekeeping, you send your CV. There's cook, you send your CV. No, 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 no. Even if you want to apply for like 2 or 3 different position, have 3 different CVs for each and every position. Okay, so if you want to apply for a waiter and a housekeeping, have a waitress or waiter or waitress CV or resume, and also have a housekeeping CV or resume, so that you can use them to apply. And the other thing you have to know is that most of these cruise company, they keep your data through your email. So when you do your first application as a waiter, for example with Carnival, you cannot use the same email to apply for housekeeping, because all that information is already stored in their database, and it will be not a good picture when in one CV you have included like all this time you've been working as a housekeeping attendant, on the other one you've been working as a waiter all throughout. Okay, so you have to be very smart when it comes to sending your CV and how you write it. So guys, I hope this video has been helpful to you. If you have any question, or if there's something that they have not touched about the cruise ship CV, leave a comment on the comment section of this video, and then I'll respond it to you. And I'm wishing you all the best in your application. What I'll tell you is that be patient with yourself. When time comes, you're going to get that job, you're going to do that CV, you're going to do that interview, and eventually you're going to get on board. Okay, you're going to have your dream come true. So guys, follow the instruction. I'll try to leave some of the links of the cruise company that you can apply for on the description of this video, and make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and your bell icon should be on, so that you will be notified when I post the next video. So guys, thank you so much for listening, and let me see you in our next one.